Skiddaw House hostel. We call it a hostel bothy, I think is what they're calling it, but this is someplace.
The way hostel should be.
Yeah. It's a building with bags of character, quite a lot of history, and for those people who like the luxuries, it's maybe going to be a bit rustic, but it's actually a really nice place to stay. There was 2 staff here last night, 1 other guest. We actually had a very pleasant evening in the lounge last night, which was great. Didn't get much of a chance to film anything else last night, so do a little bit this morning and show you the main kitchen area and lounge. Yeah, yesterday, despite being quite a short day, it was hard work. Coming over High Pike, that's kind of understandable. It's the highest point on the route. Coming down is really rocky. We've got a nice view of your backside. But, so today's another bit of a longer one, but we're downhill all the way into Keswick from here, and then it should be a nice walk alongside, is it Derwentwater? Not Derwentwater, Derwentwater, yeah. Derwentwater today, up to Rosthwaite and then to the hostel there. So yeah, if anyone's looking for quite a unique place to stay, I'd thoroughly recommend this. Definitely not your lap of luxury, but it's got a real sense of character, and the location's quite incredible. It must be a wild place up here in winter. But anyway, it's a tad misty outside this morning. It's looking like it's going to be pretty wet. So weather's the weather, unfortunately. We'll see you on the train. That's us on our way this morning, and well, the last 20 minutes or so has been chucking it down out here, but it's beginning to clear. It's still raining at the moment, but it is remarkably mild this morning. Really quite warm, but about 4 miles or so down into Keswick, then some nice easy walking alongside Derwentwater, so looking forward to it. And with the weather forecast, it's probably just a good thing that we're having a mainly low level walk today. But certainly it's pretty dramatic this morning. Hopefully, as you can see over there, everything will lift a little. Let's get going. It really must have put some rain down overnight. I don't know if you can see that stream over there, but it is well up in spate. In fact, there's a footbridge a bit further down that looks as if it might be in danger of getting overwhelmed by the water. But we've got a little glimpse of what's to come just down here, and for me the landscape isn't beautiful, but there's beautiful's definitely the wrong word. There's a character to them. It's dramatic. The landscape changes depending on the cloud cover and the light, and what you can see just changes minute to minute. If I move this round, you can see the cloud cover here, and it's lifting and dropping. There's a sort of, for want of a better description, an epic majesty about these hills. Definitely not beautiful, but yeah, a landscape that sort of leaves you in awe, really. But a little further up, you can see the path sort of snaking up ahead. It's contouring around the hillside, and that's just going to open up, and the views are quite amazing. But anyway, there is a heck of a lot of water about this morning. Let's see what happens. I'm getting another squall of rain in at the moment, but this path is really opened up now, and we're getting a view down into the lakes, but the clouds are giving it a real atmosphere at the moment. In a way, I think I like this kind of landscape more than if the sun was splitting the skies. Just adds something to the landscape. Almost like a warning that this is a sort of place that'll rear up and bite you if you're not careful. Actually died down a bit, just enough for me to get some footage. And when I said this landscape rises up to bite you, I think it's safe to say we've just been bitten. It's absolutely chucked it down for about the last 20 minutes. We're soaked right through, so maybe got about another 2 miles into Keswick. It's down there in the mist somewhere. It's a pity because this landscape is spectacular, and it's just shrouded in cloud at the moment. They're just like ghosts living out the mist. but I think that's going to be a case of find a coffee shop in Keswick and sit and dry out for 20 minutes. We've got a bit of a lull in the rain at the moment, thankfully. It's still raining quite heavily over there, over the hills. The lake's just hidden by the land in the front there, but yeah, it's brightening up a bit. But that was some serious rain we had. Maybe about a mile and a half now into Keswick. It's lovely buildings built in slate here. All very typical Lakeland. Oh, there's an actual Paramo shop.
No salt rock.
Well, Keswick is absolutely mobbed today, and we're a bit short of time, so we can't go to one of the Lake District's best attractions, the Pencil Museum. So we're just going to carry on. We've got maybe about 6 miles to go. Again, we're about the halfway mark. But yeah, Keswick very busy, and a potential distraction with the number of outdoor shops. Absolutely glorious. It's still quite warm at the moment. Hill in the background, there's Cap Bells, one of the smaller peaks. Hiya. There's a nice breeze at the moment, but by heck it's warm and humid. So I think it's going to be touch and go whether it rains again this afternoon, but it's certainly doing the stuff up there Unfortunately, that's the direction we're heading in. Up and through those tomorrow and State Pass. Bridge has got a bit of a bounce to it. One of a rare breed, the lesser spotted Cumbria YHA marker. Well, we're finally getting down to the Lakeside. I was about to say Lochside. No lochs down here. Again, another complete change of the landscape, but hiya. This has been lovely since leaving Keswick. Toiling a bit, in all honesty. Finding I'm having to sort of force the pace a little bit, but we'll get there. What, this is day 3 now, and really the landscape has been different. Changes even in the space of a few miles. It's an outdoor activity centre just up the hill there as well, so it looks like they got the kids out in the boats, kayaking or canoeing actually. It's not quite down to the lakeside. Yeah, well, seeing as it's a bench. Thank you, cheers. Just going off the path down to the Lochside and try and do this without killing myself. And here we are. Camera probably doesn't do it justice, but really is quite something. It's no surprise people flock to this part of the world. this path along the lakeside is just, it's getting better and better. We're in some Scots pine and oak woodland at the moment, and it's just gorgeous. And the path just winds its way along the shoreline, and you opens out into these little bays. Just delightful. It's got a bit quieter now, this further up the lake. The water bus does run between jetties up and down the lake, so a lot of folk will get the bus up, the water bus up, and walk back to Keswick. But obviously fewer people have been getting off at this end. But it's just a delightful walk along here. Really nice. Although it's got particularly humid this afternoon. I'm not going to complain about that because it's not raining like it was this morning. Last couple of miles left, and well, it's safe to say, because of the poor waymarking, we've actually gone wrong several times, just missed turnings that haven't been obvious. But at the moment I am suffering some major chafing in the unmentionables, which has really slowed me down. Hopefully I can get this sorted tonight because it's rather debilitating, unfortunately, and it's going to be a big problem. So yeah, fortunately we have a short day tomorrow, although a bit of a stiff climb over Stake Pass, about 8 miles I think it is, into Dungeongill. But yeah, it's not fun, but we'll get there in the end. It's maybe going to take us an hour to get up to the hostel, so see you there. Well, we're off the Cumbria way now, not for the first time today, I might add, but this time it's deliberate. This is hopefully the last few hundred metres into the hostel. I'm hoping it's not going to be any more than about 600 metres. If it is, I might cry. But taking the absolutely abysmal waymarking of this route, and the fact I'm red raw. Today has actually been a really good day. Pretty wet this morning, 40 minutes of heavy rain into the face, even with the hoods right up and over. Rain was still getting in, but this afternoon's been alright. This looks to be threatening a bit of rain just now, but hopefully that will hold until we get into the hostel. Plenty of people around today, a lot of Cumbria way walkers, which is good. Most of them heading north, but yeah, that's about it for the day. And these stone paved routes are hard on the feet. Hiya. The stone pitching like this is really hard going on the feet, and it's been a lot of rocky stuff as well today, which has made things slow. But we'll get there. I think it's going to be about 10 past 20 past 6 getting in, which is really late for us considering we left at 8 this morning. But these things happen sometimes, so I'm looking forward to getting in, getting a shower and dying on my bed for half an hour.